I got hacked. They got me good, to be fair. I gotta give credit where it's due. Because, like, the way they did it, the way they compromised my computer, it was partly my fault, but they were just so smart with it. So, you know what? Fair enough. I'm going to explain to you in this video how it happened, what I did to, like, help them, in a sense, and how you can prevent yourself from this happening. Even though it's not likely it will, it still could, so, you know. Obviously, the main thing is they got outsmarted by me, unfortunately for them. Before they were actually able to do any damage, I was able to stop it in its tracks. But yeah, let's just get started on how this all came about. So this is the entire email that got me compromised. So they reached out and they were like, blah, blah, blah. Basically, it's a sponsorship opportunity. And this is how sponsorships always contact me, and they always work out and they go through. And I do get a lot of scam sponsorship emails, but they're usually quite recognizable. So yeah, this hacker came to me and said, yeah, you know, got a sponsorship opportunity. And I said, yeah, I'd be interested. It looks quite legit, doesn't it? I mean, now digging a bit deeper, I can tell, like, this email, it's Gmail. Usually sponsorships don't reach out from a Gmail domain, but whatever. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. You know, I discussed the budget with them. And, you know, when you're discussing a budget with a company, that's usually a green flag, because scammers, they're usually like, okay, click this link. Please just click it. You know, they're usually not looking to hang about. But this hacker, you know, he was playing the long game. I asked for their budget. He was like sending me examples of sponsorships. All was fine, right? No red flags for me. But this is where things start to go a bit south. I don't know how I missed this, but they started talking about payments. He said, concerning payments, we'll only use bank transfer. This would be a regular bank payment. We discussed the budget. And then, look, it looks stupid, but if you think about it, before this happened, I wasn't really expecting anything because of all the green flags. They said, to simplify this process, we've created this cheat sheet you can access when filling out a form. And basically, in this Google Drive link, is literally this. So it was literally like a document showing me how I input all my information. And before you jump to conclusions, I didn't even input any of my information. It's just showing you how you can input your information, blah, blah, blah. And then here is where I messed up. So here it says, this payment document is accessible via the button below. So I clicked this button, and then this button took me to a page. Now, I'm obviously not going to click it again. I'm not making the same mistake. But it took me to a web page that looked very legit. It looked like a Word document. Okay, so at the top, it was like Word, Microsoft Word Online. And I was like, okay, this looks pretty legit. And then I got a pop-up. And this pop-up, the pop-up basically said, like, your Windows is outdated. To view this page, you need to update your computer. I can't exactly remember, but I always get pop-ups like this for Word. Like, if I go into Word right now, okay, I don't even have Word installed because I had to wipe my whole computer, which I'll get onto very soon. But yeah, usually Word comes up and there's always pop-ups. So I was like, okay, whatever. The instructions were as follows. So it said accept, and then it said, and then it had some instructions, okay? And the instructions were, go to Windows, type in PowerShell, go to Windows PowerShell. As you can see, here's Windows PowerShell. I had no idea what PowerShell was. I thought, oh, maybe it's just something to do with updating something. I don't know. I wasn't really thinking. And then it said right-click. Just right-click. And I was like, why would this raise any red flags? Just right-clicking in Windows PowerShell. Why would that do anything? Usually when you right-click, you get this menu come up. I was like, okay, I'll just right-click. And that's where... Do you know what? I've got to give them respect. That's where they got me. Because when you right-click in Windows PowerShell, I didn't know this until I did some research after. When you right-click, it pastes and executes code, because Windows PowerShell is an executable program. It executes code and runs it on your computer. And when you right-click, it pastes and executes. And this web page that I told you about, that I thought was Word, it wasn't Word. It was a fake page that automatically copies code to your clipboard. And obviously, like I said, when I right-click, it pastes. So it pasted all their virus or all their code into PowerShell and then executed it on my computer. Now, luckily, they had a few flaws with their plan. First things first, I am pretty clued up on things like this, so it was quite easy to recognize that something wasn't right. As soon as I right-click, I see all this code come up in PowerShell, and I was like, no way, bro. Ain't no way. Yeah, I see all this code, and then it executes it and closes the program. It closes Chrome, and I'm like, damn. Wow, I was not expecting that. So yeah, I wanted to see what this code was, to see if it actually was bad or what. I didn't really know what to expect. So I opened my clipboard, and there the code was. So I realized they'd copied something to my clipboard, and I had just pasted and executed it. I ran the code through ChatGPT, which is AI, and it analyzed it and told me, hey bro, you're pretty screwed. And I was like, damn, okay. And how does this mean I got hacked? Well, basically, I spoke to my friend Neo. Neo plays. He's very, very clued up. And essentially what they had done is installed like some malware on my computer, which tried to disguise itself. It tried to delete it from my clipboard. It tried to hide in the file somewhere, but obviously they kind of messed up because they wrote the code wrong. So I was able to retrieve the code, find out what it was about, which is very lucky, by the way. But basically what this code did was grab my Chrome token. And if you don't know what that is, I know this is very confusing, but what that basically is basically like they have got access to everything on my Google Chrome. Everything, like everything I'm logged into. So YouTube, Roblox, Twitter, Instagram, everything. It doesn't matter about two-factor authentication, because if you think about it, you know, when you're signed into Chrome and you go onto YouTube, you don't have to log in every time. You don't have to verify every time. And that's exactly what they've done. They'd bypassed it all, and they were basically accessing Chrome from my device, if that makes sense. And I had learned all of this within like 20 minutes of it happening, so they didn't have time to do anything, and that's what I mean. They got outsmarted, they got outplayed, and obviously, yeah, I was able to realize I unplugged my computer from the internet, so then they were unable to access any updated information. And then from my phone, which is a clean device, obviously, it hasn't been compromised, I changed all my passwords for sensitive things. So then they had outdated passwords for everything that they wanted, and their main name was probably YouTube, so they probably weren't interested anymore. So yeah, they did get me good, and unfortunately the only way to solve this issue, because it is a virus and it does embed itself deep down in the file in the operating system, so the only way to sort of fix this was to wipe my PC, which, big inconvenience, but I can't really be mad, because fair play to them, man. They did a great job. I gotta respect it. I gotta give credit where it's due. They really got me good. It's a good lesson learned, but don't fall for these emails. If you ever get an email saying, hey bro, go to this website, or even if it's a drive link, like, feel free to click the drive link, but don't go any further than this page. And definitely don't listen to instructions that you're being given by an untrusted source. So yeah, since then, I think this happened a couple days ago. Since then, I've had to wipe my entire PC. Everything gone. I did save some of my files on a hard drive, which is great. That's why I'm saying they got outsmarted, because I was able to bounce back quick. Look, I've got my recording software working, everything's fine. My Premiere Pro, where I edit my videos, that's all fine. I got all my presets. I got everything. I got everything I need. So they tried, but they failed. Had I not been prepared for something like this to happen, or I didn't have access to someone like Neo who helped me, I could have been pretty much screwed. If I didn't realize there was a red flag straight away, the channels could also be compromised and all my videos could be deleted. So that, you know, it was quite scary. This could have gone very bad, but it didn't, thankfully. So it's definitely a wake-up call to stay safe online, because for me personally, I'm very clued up. Look, bro, look at all of these scam emails, okay? Look at these scam emails. All of these emails are fake emails. I get so many of these emails every single day, and I'm always so clued up, and they got me good. So yeah, that's all for this video. That is the explanation, but all is good. We're back, and we're ready to keep posting. Thank you guys for watching, and take care. Goodbye.